Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, lawmakers continue to argue over the legality of U.S. airstrikes on boats in the Caribbean. Plus, questions are being raised over Michigan's road funding plan, with some concern the money won't be available. And the Marquette County Jail is working with other counties as they deal with overcrowding. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
And welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We're going to be seeing lots of cold temperatures and some snow here and there, but that's what we can expect for a winter time in the Upper Peninsula. It's meteorological winter, technically not actually winter yet, but these temperatures will sure make it feel like it. For tonight, into the teens across Marquette will keep things windy, and for the entire Upper Peninsula, maybe a few isolated snow showers, more up to the Houghton area, Eagle Harbor area. And we're cold for tomorrow, stuck into the upper 20s with limited sunshine with some more isolated snow showers. Your full weekend details are coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. This morning, top military officials briefed a handful of members of Congress regarding a September military strike on an alleged drug boat. Recent reports claim there was a second follow-up strike on the boat that could be considered a war crime. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joined us live. Rachel, good evening. Members were briefed by officials, so what are you hearing?
Well, good evening, Kevin. So I'm hearing conflicting statements from members following that briefing. It's just leaving a little bit more questions than answers. At the center of controversy follows this video shared by the Secretary of Defense about an early September military attack on a boat allegedly carrying drugs. In the video, you see the boat in flames following the strike. But recent reporting claims what is not shown in the video is a second strike on the boat. According to news reports, they claim the second strike killed survivors of the initial attack. Some lawmakers are questioning if that alleged second strike could be a war crime. In a closed-door briefing with top military officials, members of the Armed Services Committee and Intelligence Committee were shown video of the second strike.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were entirely lawful and needful, and they were exactly what we'd expect our military commanders to do.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have two individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who are killed by the United States.
It's now left more questions than answers.
I want to see the facts on that. You know, I'd love to see the tape, the video of what the commander saw at the time. If there's an imminent threat, then it's completely within the rules of the Uniform Code of Military Justice to continue to fire. If you have a combatant that is no longer armed and posing no imminent threat, the Uniform Code of Military Justice says that you can't fire upon that person. You treat them as a prisoner of war or whatever it is. So I've heard a lot of different versions of what occurred, so I don't know. I'm happy that my colleagues in the Senate Armed Services are exploring it this morning, I believe, with the Admiral involved. And so I'm going to suspend any judgment until I know the facts.
So, Kevin, last week there was a report by the Washington Post that claimed the defense secretary made sure that the military would kill everybody on that boat. But following that meeting, some members told the reporters here that the people there that was briefing them that they were told that the defense secretary did not make that order to kill everybody. Now, the president has said that he would release the video of that second strike, but so far that has not happened yet. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much, as always. A new analysis from the Citizens Research Council is raising questions about Michigan's latest road funding plan. The report says lawmakers could see major shortfalls because some of the revenue sources in the package may not consistently deliver the money the state is counting on, pointing to things like the new marijuana wholesale tax and corporate income tax earmarks, which will have different totals each fiscal year. The CRC says the biggest challenge is that long-term planning becomes difficult when the revenue picture is uncertain.
Many construction projects are planned 3, 4, maybe even 5 years in advance. So it's really important to have a good idea how much funding will be available years in advance, and this neighborhood road fund kind of throws that into disarray.
The analysis warns the state may struggle to carry out the plan if those dollars fall short. We'll have more about that report tonight at 11:10 Central. Delta County may soon help ease overcrowding at the Marquette County Jail. During Tuesday night's meeting, commissioners read an email from the sheriff and jail administrator saying Delta County has space to take inmates from Marquette County. The plan is still being finalized, but it would begin with up to 10 inmates at a time. Marquette County would pay a daily per inmate fee under the proposed agreement.
We are leasing space from Iron County and Alger County, and we're in talks now, contract with Delta County. They built a new jail approximately 4 years ago, and they do have space, and so we're looking at them as another option.
The board tabled the issue until the contract language is complete. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, we're live in Munising for Rekindle the Spirit, their annual holiday event. We'll check it out when we come back.
We're in talks now.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We're taking a closer look on your forecast for the rest of tonight and also for the weekend. Is it going to get warmer? Are we going to clear up some of that snow? Yes and no. And let's break it down, starting with your first warning weather futurecast. Through the overnight, there might be some isolated snow showers, but we kind of keep it to that minimum, kind of scattered and isolated. You might start your day with a few flurries, just depends where you are, especially up to the Houghton and Eagle Harbor area. You're likely to see some flurries as you start your day tomorrow. Now into the Marquette area, we might see a few rays of sunshine as we get into Friday morning, but then we'll get kind of that lake effect wind direction. We might get some isolated snow showers from this, and I know you hear lake effect, and sometimes that will kind of trigger the heavy accumulation in your brain. We're not going to see lots of snow for the weekend, but definitely going to see some of that lake effect influence kind of hanging around for most of that weekend period. So you see the typical northerly flow, the northwest flow doesn't quite kick into gear until we get closer to Friday and the weekend. So we'll keep that out of the way, some isolated snow showers in general, but then once we get this wind direction into play for Friday night and into Saturday, that's when we're going to see most of the Marquette area out to the Munising area, see most of that snow. The wind won't increase all too much, but of course when we have those temperatures kind of into the 20s where we're going to be seeing even about a 10-mile-per-hour wind will make it feel into the teens or even low teens, maybe upper single digits. So no doubt, whatever your weekend plans are, It's going to be cold and you might see some isolated snow, so just prepare for that. Make sure to account for a few extra minutes as you head out the roadways just in case. But again, not seeing a major significant accumulation by any means for this snow that we're anticipating for the weekend. If we put now through Saturday morning, we could see maybe up to about 2 or 3 inches for most places. Now it just depends where you are. Of course, lake effect. One place could have 2 inches, and then Marquette just kind of a little bit over could have less than an inch. That's just how it goes, but be prepared for the possibility of maybe 2 inches. But again, that's over more than a 24-hour period. So over the next 48 hours, we'll keep the snow chances to a minimum for your Friday, and then we'll slowly but surely start to see that increase throughout Saturday afternoon and as we get closer to Sunday, but still staying in that chance or scattered range for us. So for your weekend plans, no matter where you are, Marquette, Escanaba, Houghton, or Newberry, or the entire Upper Peninsula, everyone in between, it's going to be colder. We'll be stuck into the mid-20s and even dip down into the teens by the second half of the weekend. And some isolated snow showers will be with us mainly for Friday and Saturday, but then some lingering flurries for Sunday. So a typical wintertime forecast on the way for the Upper Peninsula. Don't cancel your plans by any means, but anytime there's snow in the forecast, just make sure you're in that mindset of some careful driving. So we're into the 20s for the weekend, and we kind of keep that trend as we head into this upcoming week with mostly dry conditions, but maybe a few extra snow showers throughout the midweek of next week.
Kelly, thank you again. The Christmas season is kicking off in Alger County with the 2025 Rekindle the Spirit event in downtown Munising. Standing by is our own Andrew Hands with the details. Andrew, how's it going over there?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I have enough hand warmers in my mittens to heat a small cabin, to say the least. It's pretty cold over here. We got a bunch of people still lined up to meet with Santa, though. So still great weather for a Christmas celebration. I'm joined by the director of the Downtown Authority, Kathy Reynolds. Thank you very much for meeting with me.
Thanks a lot, Andrew. It's good seeing you.
Yeah. So tell me, this is kind of a kickoff to the beginning of a longer celebration.
The whole holiday season and the whole community holiday season. Yeah. So tonight is Rekindle the Spirit. And what that is Santa comes, and there are pictures with Santa, with the Grinch, with other holiday characters. There's giveaways tonight. There's sales. Businesses are open. We have the Santa's March and all that kind of stuff going on. So that's what happens tonight.
Gotcha. And then how does this kind of keep going throughout the month?
So, and on top of that, what we have what is called Rekindle the Grand Giveaway. And we've been doing that about 15 years now. That's a shop local event. Started on the 24th of November, goes to the 15th of December. And what it is for any $50 that you spend in Alger County during that time period, you come by the office, and we have daily drawings, and then we also have drawings at the very end. And we give away over $10,000 in prizes during that time period. We have a lot of sponsors. We give away things like grills and TVs and all kinds of different stuff. But we're trying to encourage people to do their holiday shopping or any shopping or spending money here in the community itself and in the county.
Great. Well, that's a great initiative throughout the area. Really glad that so many people are still showing up. So thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
And
Thanks
stay
for
warm.
having me. Yeah, you too. Take care.
I'm reporting in Munising. I'm Andrew Hands. Send that back to you, Kevin.
Andrew, thank you very much. Hopefully you get warm soon, my friend. Appreciate the sacrifice. Over in Delta County, the Gladstone Rapid River Kiwanis Club is preparing for its own Christmas tradition. The club will light its annual Tree of Remembrance and Honor at the Gladstone Beach House Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Right now, community members can purchase lights in memory or recognition of a loved one. Lights cost $5 each, and the proceeds fund scholarships for key club students in Gladstone and Rapid River.
I think it is important at Christmas time to remember, the people that have had a tremendous influence in our lives. It's nice to give people an opportunity to reflect on those folks. I think we'd probably do it even if we had to do it for free. It just is a kind of a pretty thing to do down at the park for Christmas.
To purchase a light, you can scan the QR codes posted at the Beach House and at Pat's Foods, or pick up a form at Gladstone City Hall or Library. Coming up next on Insights, Marquette's annual holiday parade and tree lighting takes place tomorrow. We'll have the details from the Downtown Development Authority after the break.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Tonight on Insights, we're checking in with the Marquette Downtown Development Authority to see what's in store this winter. And of course, joining us in the studio is Business Outreach and Promotions Director, Mike Bradford. Mike, we haven't been at the desk together in quite a while.
I know, I've missed it. The last time I was here, I was with John. I was like, where's Kevin?
Well, I'm glad to have you back, my friend. And this is a busy time of year for you. The holidays, we have a big parade coming up this week.
Yeah, with December, it comes wrapping up the year, and our last DDA featured event is, like you said, the city tree lighting and the holiday parade this Friday, 6 p.m. That's when the parade kicks off, starting at the far north end of 3rd Street. And then it works its way south all the way to end at the Marquette Commons. And hopefully to kick things off with Santa, the tree, live music, all of it around 7 p.m. But you can never really know with the parade.
Right.
It works on its own schedule.
Kind of on that same topic, what kind of tips do you have for people who want to get the most out of the parade?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the Marquette Commons, we are going to be shutting down the street from Bluff. So, past just north of Washington Street and then all the way down to Barriga. Okay. So with that street closure area, it's circling the Marquette Commons where we'll have live music. Vendors are actually coming out to bring some food, some other craft stuff too, you can check out. The inside will be open with a fireplace, fire pits all around the plaza. So it's like a nice festive vibe and to keep you warm while the parade starts to make its way down 3rd Street because people tend to congregate around the street closure area naturally.
Sure.
So yeah, no, it's that's the hub. That's the focus point.
Gotcha. All right. Tell us who's in the parade.
Yeah, no. Oh, this is one of my favorites.
You mentioned Santa already, of course.
You gotta have Santa. Santa, is at the tail end of the parade, so it's the last one you'll see. For those who want to come and bring letters to Santa, the Marquette Post Office will be collecting them, and they're located right in front of Santa Claus in the parade. And it goes slow enough so they can be sure to grab them. Okay. But just a note for those watching, have a return address on it. That way Santa can get back to you. Right. But my personal favorite, though, and it's because I'm a nerd, I love Star Wars, the 501st Legion. Every year, you get Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, all these Star Wars characters, souped up in great costumes, walking in the parade. So I put them at the front just to kind of help, start this thing on a high. And then, from there, you just have a lot of great local organizations, businesses, all participating in, adding something different and new to this parade.
Are Star Wars fans nerds anymore? I feel like it's cool now.
That's actually a really good point. I'm going to say, you know what? It's cool to be a nerd.
That's right. That's a good way to put it, Mike. All right, tell us what we can expect with the tree lighting. How's it looking?
Yeah, so the tree lighting, we're bringing back 41 West. So we got a stage set up. They'll be playing music starting at 6 p.m. for those who like to arrive early, all the way to the end. And so from there, basically Santa arrives around the 7 p.m. mark with the music playing, with the vendors. We light up the tree around 7:10, 7:15 with the new mayor, Paul Schlegel. Don't quiz me on that. And from there, once we light the tree, we move Santa to the inside of the Commons, where then the children who are attending with their parents can then sit down with Santa and tell them what they want for Christmas this year. And we have a little bit of something extra too for the kids who are attending.
Excellent. All right. What do you want for Christmas this year, Mike?
A vacation. I'm always thinking of somewhere sandy and beachy.
Yeah, especially around this time of year, man.
Absolutely. It'll come for both of us.
It'll come for both of us. Maybe we'll go together. Mike, anything else you think people should know about the parade at all, or the tree lighting, where they need to be, anything like that?
No, basically just, of course, dress up warmly, because, 2 hours, in the summertime is nothing like, 2 hours in December. But the weather's looking pretty good, but, definitely, dress up, wear those layers, but we do have plenty of opportunities to keep you warm. Hot drinks, sweets, smash burgers. People love the smash burgers from Case Country Farm, so they'll be there in attendance as well. There's something for everyone. Excellent. And also the Marquette Commons for the parents, who do want a little something extra. The social district will be active, and the entire event area is also open to it.
Excellent. All right. I got to agree with you 100% on the smash burgers. They know how to do them over there for
they're
sure.
My favorite.
Every farmer's market, we got to go. Mike, that's all the time we have, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on. Good
Thanks
to see you.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And now stay tuned. Mike Ludlum has your look at sports when we come back. Was he a parent too, or just?
He was unaffiliated with the bank. He was helping out because I asked. I was like, "Hey, anyone open for an interview?" And he was like, "Oh, we did the radio. Here's your turn." So they kind of like forced me into it, and I could tell he hasn't been interviewed so often. I asked him if he has been. He has experience.
They need a mic check.
They need a mic check. Good evening, everyone. It's a Thursday. It's not snowing. And this weekend is actually kind of boring. That almost rhymed and I wasn't even trying. Good evening, everyone. The high school boys basketball season is in its first week, and that means, as usual, I'm a couple days late with the WZMQ 19 preseason Dream Team. Players are named in alphabetical order. We'll start with Gladstone junior Lonnie Davey. Number 3 averaged 20 points per game last season, along with 2.5 rebounds, 2 steals, and just over 1 assist per contest. The Braves were on the young side last year and could move up in the Great Northern Conference. Marquette reached a Division I regional final a year ago. The Sentinels lost Mr. UP basketball Jacob McPhee to Michigan Tech and several other key players. But Connor Firestein gets a chance to be in the spotlight this season. The 6'5" senior scored 10 points and collected 5 rebounds per game in a reserve role. The Sentinels open at Gladstone tonight. Forest Park is one of 3 UP boys teams that reached the semifinals at Michigan State last March. UP Division IV Team of the Year Forest Park has the Upper Peninsula D4 Player of the Year Vic Giuliani back. Giuliani poured in 21.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and shot 57% from the floor. Westwood qualified for the D3 semifinals. The Patriots returned top player Ethan Marta. He knocked down more than 27 points per game along with 5 rebounds, 3.5 steals, and more than 3 assists per contest. He also was named to the UP Dream Team. Marta will continue his career next season at Michigan Tech. And Menomineen's Tanner Terkoff already is Mr. UP football from last fall. Off the Division VII state title last weekend, he is returning as a UP Dream Team basketball player. More than 16.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, and more than 3.5 assists per contest. Others to watch, and some of these guys are recovering from injuries, so it might take a couple days before they get things in top gear. Spencer Kramer of North Dickinson, Jack Kriegel of Kingsford, Nick Miskovich of Ironwood, Leon Turtelot of Dollar Bay, and Kyle Waterman of Negaunee. The Detroit Lions probably will need to win their final 5 games of the regular season in order to have a shot at the playoffs. Detroit hosts the surging Dallas Cowboys in less than 2 hours. Head coach Dan Campbell understands Dallas has been very good lately in all 3 phases. He talks about the urgency tonight.
You're sitting here 2 years ago and you're doing backflips, right? But now all of a sudden it's, with where we're at, it feels down because, we've done some pretty good things over the last 2 years, but you can't worry about it. And all you can do is handle your own business, handle your own play, your own coaching, and then go out there and play the best game you can play, execute.
Kickoff is set for 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central Time on Prime Video. Sorry, not my choice. Green Bay hosts Chicago Sunday at 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central Time, and we will be right back.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast. We know we're getting closer to the weekend, and I hope you're not hoping for some really warm temperatures. Unfortunately, we're in this cold period right now, so low temperatures for tonight will be into the teens, maybe some 20s in here too, but up to the Houghton and Eagle Harbor area, some isolated flurries likely on the way. Now, beyond our 7-day, we're still going to be seeing some colder temperatures, so make sure you have that heat working properly because we're stuck into the 20s for most of this next 7 days ahead. We'll clear most of the snow out through the weekend, keep the snow to a minimum, with the exception of maybe an isolated flurry for next Wednesday.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, the Ford River Lions Club is gearing up for a holiday celebration for the whole community. The Lions will host a free kids Christmas party on Saturday, December 13th from noon to 3. Families can park at the Ford River Pub and take a hayride to the clubhouse where they will enjoy hot dogs and sloppy joes, decorate cookies, and make crafts. Santa Claus will also make an appearance to take photos and ask children what they want for Christmas.
This is the third year now, and they used to do it. I remember coming here, well, about 50, 60 years ago. Been a long stretch now. We get to see all our neighbors, and the little kids get to meet each other. That's what it's all about. That's why we do this, and that's why we have Christmas.
We'll have more details on our website. That's it for now, everyone. We'll see you later tonight.